Yeah, okay, mate. So yeah, definitely very interesting and well spotted on the pattern. There is some similarities there for sure. You notice also the big pressure cooker here, if you can see it there. Um, so let's just have a look at it here. You were talking about in here, which is similar because both are in theory red 3 month candle pullbacks, right? We do have 1 month and 29 days left in this candle. It is unlikely to flip green on this, but you never know, of course. But it's unlikely to find that strength to flip green. This large volume is similar to what you've seen back here. Now, now understand also that there is, as we talked about, 2 months left in this volume candle. I'm not sure if this volume is 100% accurate just yet. Sometimes it can be skewed and give you fake results for a while, and then it kind of resets and fixes itself on the total market cap. But if you notice, this is a significant larger volume than here. Now, what happened after this volume? We bounced back up. What happened after this volume? We bottomed and bounced back up. What can happen after this volume? Well, hopefully we can bottom somewhere and bounce back up, right? In theory. So this is the 3 month obviously analysis. You were looking at, I'm not sure what time frame you were on, to be honest. Is it a weekly? It's hard to see that. I think it is a weekly. So let's just flip to a weekly. Yeah, it looks like a weekly. But similar, you putting in that base here, the 3 or 4 prongs down here, three or four prongs down here, prongs, pivots. There is a bit of a triangle. If you want, I think you drew a triangle as well. So there definitely is something of that nature forming here. Kind of didn't draw that well at all, but kind of similar to back here. This was also the large volume, but you can see that the large volume here as well. So you can see obviously. Well, there's your first large volume on it. Oh, that was a topping volume actually here. That was a bearish stop hunt with topping volume, and we got that drop. Now this is a large pressure cooker developing. It has developed. Well, we're well into it. But we talked about the pressure cooker all down here. This is why I was accumulating my altcoins all down in here, and we talked about this religiously for a year, half a year. I don't know how long. That this structure. This base here should be a bullish base because of the structure of the chart, and we are now seeing, well, I would say seeing the fruits of that. But altcoins have been crushed in this little move. Now the total market cap is way up here, and altcoins got crushed recently in this little move. So for people that have not fully allocated, it's a very, very nice retrace in the actual altcoins themselves to be getting involved, to start to down cost average into these now, because the altcoins themselves showed way more weakness. In this dip here, for example, altcoins didn't even dip much. This dip was 20% dip. Altcoins didn't even dip much, but here altcoins got completely crushed. So in theory, now is the time to be starting to down cost average into some of these coins if looking to get some exposure. I'm not saying it can't go lower yet, but the dips, you could almost pick any altcoin that's down 50%, 60%, 70%. It's actually nice to see a little bit of a bounce here today, which is nice after, I don't know, many days of red. The market's been getting crushed and creamed recently. So it is interesting. This is also a possibility of why there is, I don't know what I said there, but there is still a possibility we can go a bit lower, coming down into below this 9-week candle. That is kind of what I had thought where the market would bottom. I'm still open to that. We're getting a nice bounce here today, but we're coming into 3 days left in the 9-week candle. It's very normal to get some sort of a bounce. If we do drop down to here and here, I would like to think that would be a market bottom. I know there is. It's the market's it's a tricky point here. Well, we have these yearlies. The yearly's still green as well. I don't think these are going to be flipping red. We just had the halving. BlackRock is obviously involved. Now, all of the other funds, the banks and institutions, it takes them 6 months after the launch of an ETF to start to get their clients in and involved. So there should be a second wave of buying pressure, which in turn should push this market higher again. The ETF, I think, was launched in February, from memory. February, I think it was February. We're a few months in, so coming into the end of the year, in theory there should be buying pressure coming back in. So if the dips now, these large dips now, in theory should be pretty good. Like this is a large breakup candle, but we didn't stop on the highs or anything. We just opened and dropped. It would have been nice. I may have took a few more profits. I'm still holding most of my coins, to be honest, but if I had seen a bearish stop hunt here, I probably would have taken more profits. But the dip in the actual altcoins surprised me a little bit. They've been, a lot of altcoins have been crushed. Didn't expect that for such a small dip. I think we had some bad news. The SEC suing Uniswap. I suppose the double top in Bitcoin. It's actually a bearish stop hunt of the highs. People taking profits into that double top area. So the combination of everything, I think, the people got scared and pulled out of the altcoins. The reason I held was because, I had bought so low, but I'm still surprised how much they've pulled back. But these dips here are fairly good. Let's go to the total market cap too before I end this video. Like again here, there looks like there's nothing wrong here. It's a similar setup, of course, but this rounding natured pattern and this dip here, it doesn't look like there's anything wrong to me. On a new 3 month, it really wouldn't surprise me to do something like this. Is the bottom in? That is obviously the $1 million question. Well, first off, the 9 week, again, the market doesn't always give you the perfect entry point. But if it stop hunts the lows of this candle, I think it's really good. Just catching my eye here on the left hand side, you can see that we actually stop hunted here. Now it stop hunted and came back up, but I bet a lot of altcoins bounced 100 to 200% in that. That's a 100% bounce in a total market cap. Altcoins would have bounced 200 or 300% in that. Now I don't think that we're going into a bear market. I think that dips, if we're lucky enough to get stop hunts, I think they're amazing buying opportunities to go higher. Look again at this large volume. Hopefully it's not breakdown volume, and it can be capitulation before going higher. Now this was breakdown volume because, well, we were at the end of a 4-year cycle. So if I come back here, you can see here is real selling pressure. That was real selling pressure that led us into the bear market. I don't think this is the same situation. We just had the ETF, we just had the halving. Different structure this time. The market moved faster coming before the halving. People are still not really selling their BTC. Of course, there was some selling into the highs, as expected. GBTC was selling a lot of Bitcoin. That also put a lot of sell pressure on the market, spooked the market a bit. Hopefully that's subsided. They've brought out a new ETF now with even lower fees, so they're obviously trying to suck people back in now. So yeah, I just think this needs a bit of time, and to me it still looks like a bullish structure. Of course there's the bearish candle and could send us a little bit lower. I'm hoping that we dip and pierce the lows of here before recovering and moving back up. That's a 9-week candle, but so you can see here the low may already be in. That is the truth. The low may already be in. But part of me likes to see if we got another flush. I'd be tempted to buy more altcoins if this flushed. But I also like this area. It's not bad. Obviously, be prepared to down cost average and buy more if we go down, because some of the altcoins are looking really good. Like I shared the example earlier today. The PEP. Look at the strength of meme coins. It's pretty insane, to be honest. This is bought right back up. Like PEP is probably going way higher. And I showed the example of PolyX. PEP is kind of a blueprint because meme coins are leading again. Meme coins led the bull market as well, which is quite insane. So PolyX could get bought up here a bit, and then on a new quarter, it could continue on its way. You know, if this down here, in theory, somewhere down here looks like it should be good buying opportunities. Somewhere here, are we going a little bit lower first? It's tough to say. I need to look at the smaller time frames as well. But you know, if this gets bought up a little bit and closes up here at the end of the quarter, well then, you know, there's a good chance then that this can go higher in a new quarter. So these dips into these red candles somewhere down here, they look really good. But anyway, mate, it's a long video now, 10 minutes. My voice has been raspy the last few days. I've been trying to not make videos, and I've been attempting to build at least some automated trading systems. So yeah, fingers crossed. But yeah, I hope you're well, mate, and we'll talk soon.